Hello, everyone, and welcome everybody to season 6 of Hyper Tier Racing. Firstly, can I say how great it is that we made it to a 6th championship as a league? And a big thank you has to go to everyone who has supported us, whether they've been in the server, they've been drivers, they've been and gone as TPs, whatever it is that they've done, that you've done. Thanks for sticking with us, and I can't believe that we're actually into our 6th season. So here we go. As ever, Tier 1 kicks off the race week, and round 1 sees our drivers negotiate the 15 turns of Autodroma Internacional do Algarve, aka the Portimao circuit. 2.9 miles of windy turns, not really made for F1 cars, but that's the challenge our top drivers in HTR face tonight. Currently we've got 12 in the lobby. I know a few more are on the way, so I'm just going to hold off a few minutes before we start. Call it me being nice at the start of the season. Usually this would be the time where we go through the standings, but obviously no standings to go through since we're just starting, but some new drivers in our top tier to talk about and some new driver lineups, so I'll be going through them. And I know our followers will be intrigued to see who's paired up with who and in what cars. So I'm just going to run you through them and then we'll kick things off. Bit of a low attendance, maybe some guys still on half-term holidays or something. But anyways, driver lineup. So in the Mercedes we've got Creations and Alex. In the Ferrari we've got Rico and RTM English returning. Looked very quick in his few appearances last season, so whether he can transpire that and add some consistency, we'll see. In the AlphaTauri, we've got Tom and Triet, and in the Aston Martin, Harvey's back in there, and he's paired with Basketball Dan. In the McLaren, we've got Positive, and we've got Sleek Mover moving up from Tier 2. He's looked very quick, but just can't seem to get the car to the finish line. So if he manages to do that, he could be a real factor in this championship this season. In the Alfa Romeo, Matthew's back in the Alfa Romeo. He's won a championship in that. So he's back in there, and he's paired with Sam up from Tier 2. He'll be wanting to make a good impression. In the Williams, we've got Tundra and Hurricane, both of them not here tonight though, so Williams starting sort of up against it from the start. In the Haas, we've got Smiggy and Ennis Bay, aka Kingly Garlic, two guys who look really sharp in pre-season, it must be said. In the Red Bull, we've got Armour King and Tier 2 champion Pepsi coming up, so that could be a partnership to look out for. And in the Alpine, we've got Fallow and Magnetic. So certainly a mix-up of partnerships, but we'll see how they get on. I'm just going to give everyone the message to ready up. So yeah, not a large lobby tonight. I think one more will be on their way during qualifying. And yeah, me stepping in as an emergency commentator. I was meant to take part tonight, actually. So here I am, swapping the track for the comms box. So excuse me if my knowledge is not great and I don't have too many facts to roll off. But I'll do what I can. It's not one of my favourite tracks, it must be said. So not really a huge fan of this, but we'll see what we can do. As ever, if you want to give me a shout out on the stream, please do write in the commentary box. In the comments box. I'll do what I can to pay attention to it and read out anything that gets mentioned. First message actually comes in through my phone, and must be said, it's Pepski eating his pizza alongside his driving, so you love to see it. So shout out to Mr. Pepski. Eating and driving takes some skill, that. Oh, that's nice of you, Titan. There we go. Titan with the first comment of the new season, calling me the GOAT. Legend. Good to have you with us, Titan. And don't go racing off into the distance too quick tomorrow. So, qualifying, the countdown has started. So, we'll start seeing the cars out on track now. There's a Mercedes coming out. I'm on board with Thallow, the Alpine. And let's bring up track map to help me out here. We don't need too much else here. Maybe a little that. So yeah, as I said before, 15 turns at Portimao. Not really a track made for F1 cars, but they did jump in the curtailed season due to COVID here, and has featured a few times since. Not on this year's calendar. Some will be happy, some won't be. But as I say, mixed opinions about this one. But I know some of the people in the HTR server do enjoy racing around here. So we'll see who actually enjoys it. I'm going to stay on board with Thallow because he is the first out the garage. And yeah, I'm going to jump on his onboard camera as I try and talk you through the lap. I'm not going to bore you through gears because I basically just don't know them. But trying to reach top speed in the last corner, full throttle down into turn 1. Turn 1 called Primera, into a shallow right-hander, and it's followed by 2 more right-handers, a sharp turn 3 called Lagos, and then come uphill into turn 4, full throttle, DRS open, down here, and then it's a downhill braking zone left-hander. This can catch many people out. Don't touch the curb on the inside. Poor Vip, negotiated nicely by Thallow. Into turn 6, not much of a turn. Into 7, and then turn 8 is an uphill right-hander called Samsung. You travel down over the hump onto the left-hand side. That's turn 9, and then turn 10 is actually called Portimao. And 11 as well. Past 12 into another sharp left-hander here. This is hard to find in Apex. Turn 13. Here, Thallow playing with the gears there. Turn 14 is called Sagre, and then into a sweeping long right-hander, full throttle if you can, race to the line. What's he put on the board? He's put a 1:17.7, first time on the board. Creations jumps him by a 10. So first few runs on the board, good to see. Always good to get that lap in early. Smiggy puts in a 1:17.9. I know he's one that likes this circuit. So Armour King, 1:18.8. So the early guys put in a competitive time on the board. We've seen McLaren is round, I think, or is positive just letting people through. And so Magnetic, I think, racing to the line then. And then 1:19.1, so a whole range of times here. I think probably he's gone in the pits to me, must have made a mistake there. Right, stay on board with Alex F1, shall we? Oh, right in front of him. What's that? Alpha Tauri. Here's Rebs really going for it. He works his way through Sector 2. Kisses the apex quite nicely on that right-hander. It's really putting the throttle down. Not sure if this car in front is helping him or not. Obviously be getting some sort of slipstream, but yeah, too. It goes with a 118.8, but Alex puts a 118.3. Hello. Mercedes looking on it early doors. Brown really done, is it? No, we've got Harvey. He still hasn't put a time on the board, but he's on the top lap, but he's invalidated there. So Matthew and Tom and Positive are on out laps. Matthew, champion. But it must be said, we've been told that he's got racing line off, so maybe expectations are a little lower than normal. We'll see how it affects his first poly lap, but then into there and wide and back. Oh, he's got away with the track infringement there. So 22.5 sector. Breaking to the downhill left-hander. Corner, that's tricky to nail, but that was pretty nice from Matthew. You get the back spinning out there, but judged it nicely. This is another. Can he hit that apex? Yes, he does. 2.8 as he crosses the sector line. These are tricky corners to negotiate. Brown, the long right-hander, race to the line. DRS open and a 117.9. There you go. And that's with going wide at turn 1 too as well. So Matthew, who's actually got a £5 bet with me, I believe, that he won't finish higher than P7 or something in the championship. I'd like to say that just going on first laps in the championship, I got a smug face for now. There we go. So a few more cars out for their second runs. Not set a time yet. With Matthew not having line, surely the favourite for the championship is Positive. I'd also like to throw Tom's name in there. He's invalidated his lap, so he'll be going into the pits. Positive in the meantime hasn't invalidated and will be going for the line here. It's a bit of a bumpy circuit this. There you go, 117.2. He is the man to beat at the minute. Nice lap from the McLaren driver. So yes, a few more comments in the chat. Racer, or aka Titan. No promises, I might have to go 0-0 wings. Well, that's him lapping me tomorrow then. And then FMC Shadow. Finally, season is back. Can't wait for tomorrow. Agreed, mate. Now, gear myself up for racing tomorrow, seeing as I didn't get racing tonight. So, ooh, Positive just on his in lap. And Smiggy goes second. There you go. I told you he likes this circuit. He's put in a 117.5. A lovely time from him. Fallow as well. He's also put in a 117.5. Mercedes is next. Is that Alex? 1:18.3. So despite 12 cars on the circuit, trying my best to match everyone. Magnetic is the next to cross the line. Oh. No, he must have made a mistake somewhere. I also need to chuck someone an invite. I do remember this. He's not online yet. Alan must be coming into the pits. We've got an Aston Martin next. It's Harvey. 7.5 minutes left. Harvey sticks in a uncompetitive 1:34.4. Triet is next to cross the line. Goes up to 6th with 1:18.2. And then the Mercedes of Alex does him again. It's 1:17.9 from Alex F1. Magnetic, he must be on a hot lap now. I think he's looking like he's up here. And there you go. 1:18.5 puts him 9th. Oh, who's that? That's Triet. He's in a wall, but he is still going. But he's the cause of the yellow flag in Sector 2. Harvey coming round the final corner. Picked up some form at the back end of last season. Goes P7 with a 1:18 dead. And Tom, can he register his first time? It's not a competitive one, it's 1:19.3 from him. Positive. Will he improve? He's invalidated. Is it Armour King next or is that Pepsi? Pepsi's starting his lap. Finished his pizza. Who else have we got racing round here? Magnetic, I think, will be coming in. So will Alex F1. Matthew is on a lap, but is well down. So let me take this moment to... Oh yes, I can take this moment to invite the extra. So oh no. Right, so we should now be up to 13 for the evening. Let's get rid of that. Not a lot of people on the track as it stands. However, Pepsi, he did put in a time. Sorry I missed that. He put in a 1:18.2. So he's above his teammate at the minute. Positive on. No, he's invalidated. So, what's going on? Titan says that Positive will get into the 16s. I don't doubt that if he can put a valid lap together. Creations also snuck under the radar, by the way. 117.358 from the Mercedes driver. I really think Mercedes have a decent lineup this season, and they could be right up there. And again, I think I've said that for about 6 partnerships, so don't take my word for it. So, just over 3 minutes to go. Everyone will be changing tyres, ready for their final run. AlphaTauri start to head out, and there's Bay in the lobby. Let me just take this moment, by the way, to say what a fantastic job I've done in terms of the overlay graphics on on the stream. We've recently partnered with a sort of a business called SimRace247.com, who help promote racing leagues and sort of servers and stuff. So linking up with them has helped us get our name out there, if you like. So I've got their name in the bottom left if you're watching this on computer. That is, with a few more graphics of our own. So yeah, quite proud of that job anyway. Anyways, let's not get sidetracked. Let's see everyone out, ready for their final runs. Triet is out very early, must be said. He will be the first to go onto a flyer. Titan, Saint Armour and Pepsi to win the Constructors. If I was actually to stick my neck out, I would say the Haas team, but we'll see. So Triet starts. Is that... Oh, no. Does he end this? Did a 118 too. Ignore me. I'm all over the place here. Magnetic does a 118.5. And Tom will be about to start, so maybe he'll be the first across the line at the end. Magnetic is up and on a flyer. But it's Fallow that I was trying to look for. He's just started his flyer, as has Positive. No. Yeah? I don't know, I'm just losing it. Mercedes is starting their flyer as well. That's Alex F1. I think my game's playing games with me. So I'm going to go back on board with Triet, who has invalidated. Next across the line, Armour King. Saying that he's on a 6-minute lap. I'd be impressed if he is. Now it's a dash to the line. Matthew's going to make it just about. His creations. And Esbey doesn't get to put a time on the board, but he is in the lobby and he'll be thankful about that. So, Tom doesn't improve. He's only put a 118.5 on the board. There's an Alpine very wide. Who's that? Fallow. And Positive is in the 116s. 116.977. Alex F1. 117.902. I'm impressed with that time. There's a Haas next. Is that Smiggy? Smiggy goes second. 117.298. Nice from him. Is that Pepsi? Pepsi's done. 117.905. Next will be Armour King, his teammate, to cross the line. Only good enough for 10. 118.214. Standard of this tier has just gone up and up. Matthew jumps to third, 117. But he doesn't for long because someone else jumped in there, whoever was after him. well. There was cars jumping up places left, right and Chelsea. Oh, it was creations behind him. Oh, and goodness me, 700ths there of Positive. Hang on, maybe Positive doesn't have this in the bag. There's your qualifying times anyway. And despite it starting as a bit all over the place, that's actually sort of condensed quite quickly. Maybe the top 4 or 5 quite close, and then 6th, 7th, 8th, nice little cluster. 9th and 10th very close together, as are 11th and 12th. So so it looks like the weather is dry. Timer says we're good to go. That was very quick, it must be said. Now, we'll leave this lobby as it is for now. But it's going through that phase where we're waiting for players, so... I'll make this a perfect time for a drinks break. Titan throw in the predictions into the comment box, so anyone else who fancies go, why not? Titan, who do you think is going to win this? In the meantime, I'm just going to tell everyone to ready up. Hopefully, we'll see that timer count down again. There we go. So, I don't even know what the strategy choices are around here, must be said. So I don't know what to expect in terms of what starting tyre people will be on. Let's, whilst Croftley walks you through this. Oh, there we go. Oh, hello. So most are on the hards, Smiggy and Alex F1 on the softs. That is interesting. So no one on the mediums. Remember, the two drivers. Learn from this. Titan thinks Matthew's going to win here. There you go. Predictive pit stop strategy. They think one stop medium hard is probably the best way to go. Of course, the frequency of safety cars was a massive thing in HTR last year. So, I don't know if that's in the thinking of some people. Mind you, not a lot in the lobby, is there? So, the lights are on. Is anybody home? We're off and underway in Portugal. And who's that? That Alpine has started really well. through the middle. Positive and Creations are side by side, but Creations takes the lead. Nice move from the Mercedes driver. Who's this having a go? Matthews looking up the inside. Director's having a grueler with the camera shots as we see Alex F1 and Pepski battle in there. Enna's base. A few places already. He's into 9th, 10th. Position changes everywhere. What's happened to Positive? Positive's going backwards here. 5th now. Enna's Bay working his way back up to 9th. So it's Creations who leads Matthew. Fallow 3rd. Harvey 4th. Where's he come from? Positive, the big loser in all of that. Let's bring up lap detail. I'm going to change details here. So Positive down 4, Smiggy down 3. Enna's Bay working his way up nicely though. He's up 5, Harvey up 4. And the big winners in all of this. We come round the final corner for the end of lap 1. 33 laps of this Portuguese circuit, 126.2 on the board for Creations. Built up a 0.8 of a second lead. Smiggy and Positive go side by side. Positive lost another place there. Fighting back though. Smiggy winning that duel though as they come through into the DRS section. That not enabled until lap 3 though. Smiggy's going to send that up the inside. He's side by side with Harvey. There was contact, must be said. That could be something that the stewards will look at the end of the race. That looked a very aggressive move from the Haas driver. So Alex F1 getting past Harvey now. Going backwards a few places because of his contact there with Smiggy. Not really knowing where to watch here because everyone is still tightly bunched apart from up front where Creations is loving life. But Positive's round. Oh, he's the first. Still going. And he's found himself at the back now with a lot to do. And as I say, at the front, Creations is loving life. It's in a fastest life. Smiggy is another one. Oh. Something must have happened there and he quickly puts it into the pits. Maybe a change of front wing for a Haas driver. Ooh, Harvey getting all out of shape there. Which lines up Enna's Bay. Oh, but he's picked up the first load of penalties in Season 6. By running wide there, this could hurt him at the end of the race. And into lap 3, Pepsi, Positive and Smiggy, the only 3 now losing out. Matthew 2nd, Fallow 3rd. That's going to be a nice battle. They had a few battles last season. Alex F1 isn't far away neither. I'm going to change the detail that we're showing now. Smiggy's gone on to mediums. Interesting call. He's the only one who's pitted though. Creations loving life up front. Former F2 champion, must be said, as Alex F1 puts in the fastest lap. He's of course on that soft compound tyre. He'll be looking to make up places early doors. We got a yellow flag. Who's that round? Harvey? Yeah, I think Harvey's had an incident again. Really finding it tough out there. And who's that round? That's Magnetic round as well. I don't know if Harvey put him off. Possibly made contact. Tom's picked up a penalty. What's all going on here? The EastEnders episode. I think your closest battle on track though is second. Matthew leads Fallow, leads F1. So this tough middle sector. Although really piling on the Matthew. Without that line, he's going to get a few lines wrong, isn't he? And I just wonder if Fallow's sniffing an opportunity here. He had a nice run out of the final two corners there. DRS enabled. He's going to sail past Matthew into turn one. The Alpine driver's up into second position. Further back, let's have a look what's going on. Harvey trying to recover his early incidents. Ooh, Matthew and Fallow are still at it. Jump further back, as I say. Harvey trying to recover. Bit of a DRS train going on there, isn't there? Tom leading Armour King, leading Harvey, leading Pepski, leading Positive. Remember, points for every finisher here. With 7 drivers, if you like, not here. Real chance to put down an early marker. Talking about early markers, look at Create. Got to be impressed. He's getting on with the job there. Positive and Pepski battling for 10th position. Positive going to try it round the outside, Seb Vettel like. Pepski has the inside line, but will have the outside now, which means Positive has the advantage. Pepsi, ooh, I think he just had to back out of that. I don't know if there was contact. Positive's through regardless. Matthew and Fallow at it again. Ooh. I mean, this is falling nicely for Alex F1. He's really pulled those two back in. There's Bay, 5th, Harvey and Tom battling. Ooh, they're both off the track there. Positive's going to have a look, is he? Going to take advantage here. Oh, he's picked up 3 seconds. Oh no! Harvey and Tom have hit one another. Oh, nightmare for the Audi driver. He's the one who's been lost out there. It means that I'm searching again for the closest battle. And it is still between you in second and third, Matthew and Fallow. Fallow with DRS, will he now repass Matthew? Matthew's actually done a good job here. Pulled out enough of a lead. Yeah, nothing from Fallow on that occasion. We'll have a DRS section, a few corners time. The uphill left-hander, DRS enabled again. Fallow look, no, Alex on. He's out of that window as he sets back on those mediums. Harvey in the pit, putting medium also. Titan, thanks for your message. That depends. I think that's what everyone is doing here as well. Well, 3 of them so. So the 2 teammates, Red Bull teammates, he was delighted when his name came out the hat next to Armour Kings. They're with one another. Titans tip for the constructors, it must be said, but only 8th and 9th as it stands. Trying to help each other along as they try and chase down Positive. In the meantime, he's lost a little bit of time to Matthew. He'll gain that back through DRS, but he's trying. Get him. Red Bulls still working with one another. And Enesbay also in DRS of Alex F1. Alex F1, are those tyres starting to fall away? Enesbay will be licking his lips. We go through sector 2. until the tough right-hander down the hill. And then this left-hander, no one's been caught out by it yet, have they? I think Enes Bey took that better than Alex F1 as well. Found the apex. And he's really caught him up now. Fallow getting a penalty. We'll have to get that penalty count up. Harvey is round though, in sector 2. Found himself at the back following his pit stop, and now he's got a real task on his hands to get back into the race. Meanwhile, said it, Esbey closed the gap on Alex F1, and now he's Pepski teammate as well. I don't know if those two have partied up or not, but Tier 2 champ trying to really stick it to one of the Tier 1 veterans. Well, pretty positive of a very close. Positive will be eyeing up a move. Who's this going slowly? Magnetic? He is going slowly, and Smiggy isn't too far. I think he's had an incident, Magnetic. Someone who hasn't had an incident is Creations ahead. Smiggy, in fact, passed the Alpine. And jump with Fallow. He'll be wanting to try a move on Matthew again soon. ARS percentage looking like a third full. Not quite enough to close the gap. Alex F1 into the pits. Tom getting a penalty again. Alex pits for hards. We'll see him come out in 10th. Jump back on board. Got past Triet. The two here are inseparable. Matthew and Fallow. So we've got some mini battles going on across the circuit. The closest one. And this is a good one because it's against two, shall I say, title protagonists. If you know, Matthew will play down his chances, but really optimistic about this season. So he'll be looking to really take it to Matthew here. Both, obviously, Matthew winning the title, but both won at least one last season. Got a yellow flag. Is that Tom? Tom's round. The start of sector 3. He's having a tough ride of it at the minute. He's lost out to Alex F1 and Smiggy. Smiggy caught right up to Alex F1 as Alex F1 tries to get those tyres up to temp. And Smiggy does pass the Mercedes driver down the pit straight. Harvey though in a race of his own as it stands. Yellow flag, who's that? That's Tom again, I think. Kind of jinxed him here, haven't I? Bigging him up in qualifying. Having a rough ride. This will be me tomorrow, by the way. If you want to tune in for that, remember, same time tomorrow for fun and games with everyone there. Talking about fun and games, these two. It's like they're a young couple in a playground, at it, at one another, plenty. And I tell you what, Enes Bey has closed the gap too. So this could soon become a three-way fight. Matthew Holt for now. I'm also going to jump on Smiggy and Alex F1. Although, I think the other battle will reach this DRS section first, so we'll watch this. Anyone buck it? Down it? No. Back on with the other fight. Alex F1 does have the DRS. Can't close on the Haas. Meanwhile, the two Red Bulls going along nicely. The 7th and 8th. Over the hump, we see the Haas of Enesbay. So I wonder what my lives are like. Who's gonna have left enough to really propel an attack on another driver later on? See, we've seen a few pit stops already. Let's jump on board with Fallow. It's closing, but it's not going to be enough, is it? Turn 1, there's turn 2, 3 here. Taking different lines, aren't they? And then, a little bit wobbly is the Fallow. We'll see Enesbay try and close that gap up. Fallow closing to within 2/10 of Matthew at a point there. But it's as you were. Smiggy and Alex F1 in the meantime. As you were there. Yellow flag. And Tom's gone. I think he's lost it just before the pit entrance. There he is. Yep, you've just seen him on Harvey's screen there. And that will be a safety car. Harvey chucking it into the pits early doors. Tom must have lost it round the fast right-hander, lost the back end or lost a bit of grip. Found himself in the barrier. All the guys on the hard tyres, are they going to stick on mediums and manage 20 laps on them? Harvey will be chucking on the hards. What's Creation's going to do? He's the first to really make the big call. Comfortable lead. This really didn't need this, to be honest. But in he comes. Matthew follows him, as does Fallow. Oh, and Fallow's got a drive-through penalty. Oh no, that's going to be music to the ears of Matthew. Speeding under the safety car. Oh, chucking it in the pits. Oh, Pepski's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane also. Oh, this is penalty central. Red Bull's double stacking, not ideal, but I don't think he's going to lose out too much, is he, Armour King? So, is anyone going to chuck a curveball in? Go for softs, please. Just to make it a little bit more exciting. Smiggy is putting hards on, yet. Mediums, and Harvey. Stuck on his hards that he had on at the start. So, no real change in things there. Magnetic comes out of the pits in 11th. Yeah, it's only 2 running on hards now. Rest of the field on mediums. So, Operations will have to do the hard work again. So we haven't had the message car coming in just yet, so I'm going to take this moment to have a drinks break. Not far off half distance. What are we at? 11 minutes to 8. Okay for time, I guess. And Pepski chucking the curveball. Love to see it. Having said that, I wonder if he was just getting rid of the 5-second penalty and hoping that it won't come in this lap. Or maybe he still had more pizza. He's now in 12th. Creations in the Mercedes now, leading Matthew, who's gone back to his beloved Alfa Romeo. Fallow in 3rd. Inez Bay in 4th, Positive 5th. Tree at 6th, Armour King 7th. Smiggy, Alex, F1 and Magnetic round off the top 10. Harvey and Pepsi the only other two remaining. So there are the penalties. Drive-through really has hampered his race, and Pepsi, I don't know if he meant it, but he's unlucky here because it is going in this lap, the safety car. So what is Creations going to do for a restart? He's going to take it all the way, isn't he? He's gone. Who's been napping? Fallow's been napping, is he? Oh no, he's serving his drive-through. No, he's not serving his drive-through. He's putting on softs. And I'm not sure he might have meant that either. So, Creations maintains his lead for now. 2nd, Enes Bay 3rd. Alex F1 leading Magnetic. Is he there side by side through the left-hander? I think Alex F1 has got more of a drive. Pepsi using those soft tyres to his advantage. Up into 10th. Pepsi up into 9th. Here comes the Tier 2 champion, working his way through the Tier 1 field. And he's actually got the previous Tier 2 champion ahead of him now. I'm jumping further forward though. Creations trying to build that gap again. Matthew and Enes Bay though, not going away. And there's Positive as well. So what a very quick front four that is, it must be said. So penalties and consistency, I guess, is going to come into play here. Who's going to keep their nerve to keep it clean? Hello in the pits to serve his drive-through. Positive now has a 1.4 second gap, or 1.5 now over Triet. Those front four really pulling away. Triet in 5th, Armour King, Smiggy, Alex F1, Pepsi, all quite close together. Then there's a gap to Harvey. Magnetic 11th, Fallow. Really unlucky with that drive through. 12th. Nice shot of cars coming over that hill there. Armour King looking for a move. Oh no, sorry, that's Pepsi looking for a move on Alex F1. Gets it done. On the pit straight. So next is Smiggy, another one he could easily be in an Xbox party with. So I wonder if there'll be any letting through there. No. Enes Bay and Matthew though fighting up for that second position. Positive also interested. Enes Bay has got past the Alfa Romeo driver. And the old rivalry, Matthew versus Positive, can resume once again. As we see them negotiate the penultimate corner. $18 laps gone. Not much to separate them, but I like this front four. I mean, Creation's in a race of his own here. If he can keep this up, I could say the race is his, but he did go wide there. I wonder if he picked up a warning. Can't have too many incidents like that. Another back. Smiggy remains in a Red Bull sandwich. Red Bulls, of course, Constructors winners in real life. They're hoping to replicate that in HTR Season 6. Bit of a train going on there now that it's DRS enabled. Armour at the front of it. Fallow puts in the fastest lap. Got a lot of catching up to do, mind. Yeah, the two Alpines 11th and 12th. Not great for them. Better than the Williams because they ain't here. In the meantime, Enesbay trying to close up on Creations, and he has inside that second window. Creations suddenly realises there's a race on here. No DRS for Enesbay though this time around. Just did enough Creations. Further back though, Positive's having a move on Matthew. Oh, they go side by side through turn one. Matthew's run wide. Trying to switch back here. Oh, I'm not sure. Either way, they're both facing forwards, and that's the main thing. And that's allowed Enesbay, should I say, to get a little bit of gap. And also, Enesbay looks very close to Creations there, doesn't he? In the meantime, Fallow's round, and Pepski and Alex F1 are battling again. Plenty of things on here. Despite the race only having 12 races left. So that really is a train, isn't it? Now, Armour King at the head of a train that leads Smiggy, Pepski, Alex F1 and Harvey. Anyone going to make a move here? Who's that? Harvey running really wide at the back. Oh, hang on. Armour trying to move on Triet. No. Anything further back? No, who's that? That's a Mercedes very wide. Alex F1 having a moment. Lost out to Harvey there. I don't know what went on there. Definitely wasn't in the right part of the track. Jump further forward. Enesbay keeping honest by Positive. Matthew. This battle continues. Just looking at the constructors, I think Haas would take the lead. See, Red Bull have got a 6th and 8th going on, and Mercedes also have 2 in the race, 1st and 10th. So maybe it would be quite close between them. Well, isn't close as Creations and the rest of the field. He's more than a second clear. Positive. Is he going to like a move here? Does, and he's past the Haas driver. Positive up in a second. Now the chase down Creations and that Mercedes. In the meantime, Armour King, who's side by side with Triet, and come up. Oh, almost lost the car there. Oh, Who has lost the car is Trier at the top of the hill. You can lose traction there as you come up, and he certainly did that. Meantime, Smiggy made a move on Armour King. Armour King going to hold it. Armour King on the soft, medium compound. Oh, these two at it. Now, Pepski very interested in behind. Pepski. Oh. I can't take my eyes off this one because now Harvey's getting involved. Oh, Harvey's lost it there. Pepski was almost sideways. Harvey has retired from that. He must have ended up in a wall. Is that a safety car? That is a safety car. Operations, what are you going to do? He's made the decision to stay out. Throwing the curveball, Matthew. He'll be putting on soft, surely. Smiggy staying out. Who has thrown the curveball? Pepski. Oh yeah, he is on the soft tyres, so that makes sense. Everyone else remaining out though. Ooh, I don't know. What would I have done? It's a tricky call to make, to be fair. Fallow. Let's allow Fallow to unlap himself because he wasn't a lap down, but he was a minute 14 down. To allow him to catch up. So, might have a few laps beyond the safety car here, as Fallow will catch up. Wouldn't surprise me if Fallow puts on softs as well. So 11 remain. What's happened here? Trier also boxing. He'll be putting on softs. Oh, it's still a long way back. Hello, staying out for now. By 4 nows. Talking about West Ham, they have just kicked off. They're playing Bournemouth tonight. 0-0 if anyone's interested. So, Follow almost caught up, but won't catch up in time, I feel. I said that. Right. Go for another lap. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Fallow chucks us in the pits. What's he going to do? No. He is going to catch up to the pack. So it should be in at the end of this lap, lap 25. What are those soft runners going to be like? How aggressive? Three coming from 8th, 9th and 10th. Just going to try through the field. Really surprised that Smiggy didn't box, must be said. Only one on hard tyres now. So, Creation's already done one safety car reset. Going to do this time around. Positive for company. Look at the penalties. Ennis Bay's 3 seconds really hurting him as it stands. It was 6, finally with 3 safety car in this lap. So, 11 cars just coming around the final bend when his Creation's going to pull the trigger. Might have done it already. Not quite. Maybe soon. He has gone. He's just caught positive napping there. And Ennis Bay is right on him. They go side by side in the turn 1. This could be a bit hairy. They both survive. For now, I'm going to stay on board with it because they're still side by side. And the other house wants to get involved. Positive, is he through? Ennis Bay's got the traction around the outside. Oh, and now they've touched. Oh, and they've both spun out. So now Smiggy is second. Oh, and that's a Red Bull round as well, Armour King. And it's all changed, and suddenly Mercedes have a 1-3, and the 2 of the soft runners are 4 and 5. 3 at past Magnetic. Oh, I could just tell that there was going to be some sort of hairy moment, and they did make contact down that straight. Did Ennis Bay positive. Let's jump further forward anyway. Matthew really applying the pressure on his old teammate Alex F1. Constructors champions, weren't they? Last season. And they're gonna go side by side in turn 1. Magnetic 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Matthew 3 seconds. Oh, can you believe it? He's just chucked it up the inside too much. Oh, hang on. Is Pep's going to try one round the outside? No, he backs out. Down into the tight left-hander here. Oh, Alex F1's been hit. I think Pepsi might have made contact. Matthew's away. Obviously has that 3-second penalty. So Pepsi 4th, Fallow 5th, Alex F1 dropping. Like a drunken Bobby Reid on a night out. Mercedes now down into 6th place. Oh, he's recovered well, isn't he? He's up into 5th. Creations has maintained a 9/10 gap up front. Smiggy trying to get close to him on that harder compound though. Difficult task to do. Matthew, another 1.4 seconds back. And Pepsi comes next, Fallow next. DRS now enabled. Oh, hello. Armour and Ennis Bay. Very close together. Surely there's not going to be a move there. No, there isn't. Oh, who's that? Pepsi's round. Oh, there's been an incident there. Oh, down into ninth now. It was all going well for him. With 5 laps to go, there's been an incident. There's been another one. Fallow. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep missing this. And there's a safety car out. Can you believe it? But I guess the carnage on track has meant that the safety car has been decided to come back out on track. Magnetic stuck behind it. So who is now going to pull the trigger and put on some softs? Magnetic been let through. Oof. Let's see what they do here. Creations in. Smiggy stays. As does Matthew. As does Trier. Alex F1 staying out. Armour King coming in. Positive staying out. I thought he would have come in. Anisbay in. Fallow in. Pepski in again. Let's change the front wing for Fallow. Oof. That was chaos. Chaos with a K. The legendary Southampton nightclub. Anyway, Smiggy will be hoping those hard tyres will be good enough to see him through to the end. He'll be hoping that the soft tyres and Matthew and Triet will fall away. I'm going to bring up the penalty count again, so everyone's sort of catching up. Who's really going to be affected here? Trier, obviously, with those 6 seconds. Massive. Oh, Alex F1 as well. Just chucked it into the pits. He's decided to go for this, as has Positive. Did think that he might come in. So that pushes Creations back up into 4th now. You have to think now he's back in with the shout of winning it. I think if the other 2 had stayed out, more cars to pass, that might have been quite tricky, but he's only got to find his way past 3. Well, technically, 1 with the way the penalty count is. It's never a simple race in HTR, even in Tier 1. And yet, Season 6 has started with a bang. So, as we know, the majority are on softs, all but Smiggy. I'm going to leave it on the penalty count. Safety car in this lap, thanks race control. Smiggy now the one to lead cars the restart. I mean, with the hard tyres against so many soft runners, I imagine he might take this all the way. Doesn't want to lose any advantage he's got. In fact, has he gone there? I think he has. We're off and racing. And that's Triet. trying something on Matthew. Oh, I don't know if that was a connection. Matthew's been hit. Oh, Triet's round. Oh, and there's more carnage. Creations is round. That's a Red Bull round its armour. Oh, there is so much chaos going on. So that means we got Smiggy leading. Matthew and then Enes Bay. The house drive is really doing well here. Pepski is fourth. No, Fallow's fourth now. He's going round the outside of Pepski. Positive back into sixth. Magnetic seventh. Fighting with Alex F1. Magnetic's left the session. Oh, at the worst time. But it's a Haas 1 and 2 as it stands. My tip for the constructors, by the way. Smug face. Matthew and Fallow side by side. They've started up their rivalry once again. As Fallow gets past the Alfa Romeo. Kepskit trying to find a way to get involved too. Oh, Smiggy holding off his teammate here. I wonder if... Oh, have they just touched? Whether it be a good idea for Smiggy just to let Enes Bay go with his penalty. And just stick with him. Fallow third, Matthew fourth. Train forming again. Positive. Pepskit and Alex F1. Pepski and Positive very close there. Alliteration central. Triet getting past the disconnected car. So, hang on. As it stands with these penalties, Smiggy is winning this race. I think Positive will come second and Pepski might have enough for third. We'll have to see. We've got a lap and a corner to go. Smiggy reeled in though by Fallow. I think he can afford to let him go, can't he? But Enes Bay really trying to stretch that lead out with his penalty. Oh, Fallow and Smiggy, did they make contact there? Fallow's going to chuck it up the inside of three. Pepski, Positive's round. Oh no, it's gone wrong for the McLaren driver there. On the last lap, oh, his tyres are redders. Rations and Alex F1 there together. There might have been an incident again. Pepski, I think, has lost some time. The car's in front. Hang on, I think Enes Bay has pulled out such a lead that he's going to end up on the podium here. Smiggy will end up winning this race, will he? Oh, he might not. He might not, you know. Enes Bay might end up winning this. Round the final corner we come. Don't lose the car. He doesn't. Full steam. Enes Bay will cross the line. And is that enough? I think it is. Fallow second. Smiggy jumps up to place though. And Pepski jumps up into third to round off the podium. Fallow fourth. Creations. Matthew Alex F1. Magnetic Triet. No, he's done by Armour King. And Positive will be the final car across the line. Well, well, well. That was very hard to keep up with at times. And I apologise, I missed quite a lot. Enes Bay, rightly so, the driver of the day, takes home the victory despite him not even setting the qualifying lap. But Haas 1 and 2, told you, team to beat. Pepski on his return to Tier 1 as well, fair play. For the main title protagonist from last season. not there for various reasons. Who did well with no line, it must be said, but positive in the wars. Fallow fighting back eventually. They had an eventful race. Creations led for probably 80% of the race. Caught up in incidents at the wrong time. There we go, there's the final standings, if you like, of the Portuguese Grand Prix. Bay takes victory, Smiggy second, Pepski third, Fallow Creations Matthew 4, 5 and 6. It's F1. He's looking really good at one stage, but he'll take 7th. Magnetic disconnected at the wrong time, but we'll get 8th. Armour King 9th, positive 10th. Triot, Solo Harvey and VXR Tom, obviously the final 2 DNF in there. Well, whew, what an eventful race that was. Thanks for joining me. I know it wasn't the greatest commentary, but I tried to do what I could at last minute. But if that didn't whet your appetite, nothing will, because Tier 2 go again round Portimao tomorrow. Same time. You'll see me spin plenty of times, and you'll see the rest of them fight for a victory in what will probably be another incident-packed race. So yeah, join Alex F1 on main comms tomorrow, and you might get me on co-comms even though I'm racing, so that'll be interesting. And then failing that, join us next week. Hopefully we got a bigger lobby next week, but I know that Kev is back, along with a few others. Incident reports, look at that, that's already piling up. So Tier 1, yeah, sorry, Monday 7 o'clock next week. I probably won't be here, so I'm just bringing up the calendar because it is, oh, it's round Silverstone. There we go. I'm sure we will get a bigger attendance. But yeah, join us for that. I imagine it will either be Kev or sorry, just trying to think of our commentary team. Sir Badger on comms, that's it. I got there eventually. Yeah, but it probably won't be me. But yeah, join us soon anyway, please do. It's been fun to have racing back, that's for sure. And hopefully you'll stick around with us for all of the season. You know, there will be twists and drama and a bit of, yeah, just good competitive racing for 12 rounds. So, yep, hope you can join us throughout the season for that. But yeah, until tomorrow, and Alex F1 starts the Tier 2 streaming. Thanks for joining me. It's been a pleasure. That was a pleasure actually commentating on that. And yeah, stay safe. And we'll see you soon. I've been Desert 10. Take care. And bye for now.